Give me some room, and I might just chill. But I'm the type that like to lie.
Line. No, that's mixing the line. That's what society is doing. That's not what niggas is doing. Society is doing that because it's easy to point the picture if you participate in things like that. You could just be a nigga to hear like, damn, he stopped her from doing that. Nigga, I might have did that. This was a crime. This is what I was doing. So if she changed her mind and decided to go to the police, I can go to jail. That's what you start to think of. It has nothing to do with.
But yes. So really,
yeah, but then that means that we were taught wrong as society, nigga.
Yes.
There's a lot of white men. There's a lot of white men.
Yes.
There's a lot of white men. Man, y'all niggas is all cooning. Coons. There's a lot of white men that do the bullshit. There's a lot of people that do these things and we don't look at them in any way, or if we do, it's not highlighted.
Okay, so flip two things.
Pardon me, I'm not done.
Okay, sorry.
Ooh, he told you.
People, it's easy for somebody to just wake up one day and watch something on the internet and decide to change their experience that you have with them. Even if you say, yo, come on, girl, like, nah, I don't want, no, come on, what we doing? That's, I told the nigga no, and he, like, these things are gray areas that people don't want to talk about. You just have to abide by society's new rules and just accept it because this is where it's going. It doesn't make it right. And it's fucked up too.
That's America.
Fuck Puff. I'm not talking about Puff. I don't give a, obviously the shit that I read, it's been a long time. It's this shit that he's been going through and he's been doing, not going through, he's been doing to people. So nigga, if you did it, you gotta wear that. But I'm just talking about just everyday people that experience these things that somebody could just wake up and decide to change exactly what happened, and we're gonna go with that and go with them. That's how I feel about that.
And was fly on this part. He was done. He was definitely done. He just repeated everything again. I love when people do that on this part. I wasn't done. You dead ass was done.
Yeah, no,
he was finished.
Don't interrupt me.
You just
though.
repeating it.
Yeah,
we heard it. You right. I love this podcast.
Why are you making fun of me for?
I'm not.
This is breaking news. But we gonna make it encouraging this time from Melyssa 4 because what she's about to explain to Flip is some heavy stuff.
You did two things right here when you were what you were talking about. There's a lot of whataboutism in what you're talking about. There's like, white men can get away with certain things that niggas can't get away with and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, okay, there may be a double standard and that's something that fucking sucks, but it is a reality. Mm-hmm. There's that. The other thing that's happened is our understanding and vocabulary has changed and expanded as time has gone on for people to understand that something that might have been a very uncomfortable and experience that they didn't necessarily have the words to describe, as time goes on and you have time to process, and then also your vocabulary and understanding expands.
The following is an edited paid promotion brought to you in part by
Word salad. Think of any type of words that you want, any amount of them, and just throw them all in the bowl. Word salad.
Remember, you are Melyssa.
And you are able to actually vocalize what happened to you. So listen, I agree. It can be very uncomfortable for somebody who thinks that an experience that they had with another person was on the up and up and completely consensual and stuff like that, only to find out that they did not view it that way. Mm-hmm. But the reality of the situation is, at that point, it is up to that person to listen to what that other person's account was, because they might have had blinders on to the situation or not really understood that what they were doing was, for lack of a better word, wrong. Like, I can't tell you how many times I ended up in that. When it came to being a woman in this industry in the late 90s, early 2000s, it wasn't just accepted that shit was going to happen to you. It was expected. And it was also expected that you keep your fucking mouth shut. It was expected that if you said anything, nobody was going to listen to you. And so you just found a way to survive. Some women served other women up on a platter like fucking tadpoles. Better you than me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was survival of the fucking fittest. And that's the reality. But now things have drastically changed. Our concept as a society as to what consent means has drastically changed. And it has forced people to come to terms with the fact that their behavior may not have always been on the up and up with how they've engaged with other folks.
I agree with that.
So,
I agree with everything.
This is Nigel Hart from me to you. I just want to say, all jokes aside, I'm sorry that you went through what you went through. And we gonna find them niggas.